Hi there, welcome to you. Can you hear me, viewers? Thank you for responding with yes. Let me welcome the participants first. We have Bishko Agono Med Abdwali breakfast for dinner. 75 Daniel says, you look like you're going to go on a bike ride. I'm feeling a little cold. Sabakasa Vishko is in a hurry, wants me to start. Isaiah here. It's not a breaking news, Isaiah from Tigray, but I want to share with you about the actual situation on the ground in Tigray. Darni got a notification at last. Elijah Kano joined. Sabakasa. Rita Tamasgan says, why do you analyze Ethiopian politics, man? Why can't I analyze Ethiopian politics? What's wrong with that? I mean, Iyaso joined. Welcome, Iyaso. Gitacho here. Agostino Hadish. Wande Magagne. Joshua Fritz joined. Abel Sue says, when will the federal government realize it cannot wipe out Fano? Gada Moti joined. Gada Moti is a member, and this is the first time I am seeing Gada Moti in a live chat. Special welcome to you, Gada Moti. If you want to be a member, click the link given in description section of the live chat or about section of the channel. Breakfast says, when are you going to visit Ethiopia for vlogging? Well, not in near future. Uh, Hiyab joined Eratia Pearl of Red Sea says he laughed at Abi's six statements. Salam for all. Batham Gobis says, you said Masri Shah has audio but never worked with AFNF. How did he has the audio? How did he have the audio? Yeah, very valid question, by the way, Batham. Wandifra Ele, Noor Yaya, Fair now. Well, so do you think Tadassa will be overthrown? Interesting question, by the way. Daniel Mibrato here. Umar says, have you seen Fano is weakening or are you still holding to your horses? Dorney here. Well, Aman Washer joined. Just let me just respond a little to this question by Omar. He says that Fano is weakening. Why don't you admit that? Several viewers in comment section said the same thing. Sajid, your assessment about Fano is wrong. Fano is weaker today. I would request you, please analyze the situation in Amhara in an impartial, unbiased manner. Only then will you be able to reach a conclusion which is fair. Problem is that those who oppose Fano, they never admit that Fano fighters have managed to achieve something. Fano fighters have achieved a lot in the last 2 years. I can do a video on that. I can speak for hours about that. Just don't uh, analyze Fano's achievements through the glasses of prejudice and unrealistic Try to analyze developments in an impartial manner. Rita Thomaskin says some politicians assume you as a messenger of Western countries. Is that fact, my king? Uh, I don't know why they assume that. No one can buy me, by the way. I think if you are able to speak the truth, doing your job, if you're on job and in your profession, you can speak the truth, you're the luckiest man. So I think I am the luckiest man, one of the luckiest men. Why? Because I know that when I'm alone, I don't feel guilty for anything which I'm doing because I am speaking the truth and my reporting is based on facts. So my source of earning, which this channel is, does not involve lying. Yes, I'm not earning as much as others are earning, other YouTubers, other social media activists, because they are compromised. They make compromises. I see myself as a lucky man. Why would I allow myself to be used by others? Why would I sell my liberty for money? Why would I sell my independence for money? That does not make sense to me. Anyway, let's start, viewers. We're being diverted. Just two topics: situation in Tigray and Amhara. Uh, Firstly, Tigray, where now things have reached an alarming level. I just want to share uh, uh, a summary of the situation in Tigray, leaving it to you to decide what could happen. Tigray's government has no cash, it has no money to pay the salaries. By the way, when I saw TPLF leaders and Tigray generals attending the religious program in Aksum, did they look like representatives of a government without money? I mean, they were clad in uh, suits, expensive clothes. Where are they? Manuel SFR, others. None of them looked like the representative of a government which has no money. So, no money for those who are the lower cadres, who are the lower workers, or the lower employees of the government. Tigray government has no money, firstly. Federal government is not allowing entry of cash into Tigray. Banks in Tigray are running out of cash. Several branches have no cash. For several days, they have been imposing restrictions, and some branches are providing almost no services because they have no cash. Even if you have balance in your account, you cannot withdraw money in Tigray now. Secondly, thirdly, inflation rising, shortage of food item is starting. It is starting, by the way. Why? Two reasons. Firstly, restrictions on the supply of essential items from Afar, Amhara into Tigray. Secondly, uh, there is panic. People are buying more, though from Eritrea, reportedly, uh, essential items are entering Tigray. But Eritrea cannot satisfy the needs of all Tigrayans. Inflation on the rise, shortage of basic items of daily use starting. Uh, Schools being closed, several schools closed, teachers unpaid, government employees unpaid. Travel restrictions imposed too. It was confirmed by TPLF in a letter written that not everyone is being allowed to visit Tigray. Fuel restrictions in place for weeks. Restrictions are being tightened. This is the overall situation in Tigray. People would say, some viewers are saying, gold. Tigray can, by the way, just 50% or 60, around 50% of Tigray's land was cultivated in the last 1 year. It means there will surely be shortage of food in coming months in Tigray. Why? Because land could not be cultivated. And I don't think that fertilizers will be allowed to enter Tigray now, which fertilizer supplies pass through a far region towards to enter Tigray. Fertilizer supplies will be suspended in the season when land is cultivated. All that is making very alarming picture. People are suffering. What can they do? How can they survive? What will they do? It's not just between TPLF and the federal government of Ethiopia. Now, common Tigrayan is starting to suffer. Pretoria gave hope to Tigrayans that at least they'll be able to survive. At least economic activity will resume. At least there'll be peace. But now there is sheer panic in Tigray. No one really knows what is coming. Youths fleeing, people who have their residences outside Tigray, they're trying to leave Tigray to settle in other parts of Ethiopia. How long will this uncertainty go on? TPLF is making another effort of dialogue. It wrote a letter to foreign diplomats. It has paused the SIMDO. It is hoping that the international community will step in and AU will hold a meeting to monitor the implementation of Pretoria. Letter was written 3 days ago. I haven't heard anything from African Union so far. I did not hear anything from mediators. So none of them has shown any interest so far in mediating between TPLF and the federal government. Zero Lebanos tried to contact tried to contact Ethiopian federal government officials. He visited Addis Ababa, but no progress. Now, Varede is openly saying that he has no money, delivering a speech in Axom yesterday that for the last 2 months, Tigray has not been receiving any federal budget. People would say gold. Tigray can sell gold. Well, Tigray cannot forever survive on gold. And it cannot buy everything through the use of gold. Gold is Tigray's asset. If Tigray starts selling all its gold, it means that Tigray is going to waste its asset. And by the way, if gold is dug out in large quantities, I think the beneficiary won't be people of Tigray. Beneficiary will be the men in power. Beneficiary will be Eritrea. Beneficiary will be the market where this gold will be sold. So mining of gold is not a solution. This is the overall situation in Tigray. Now, Amhara region, just a comparative analysis. In Tigray, there is sheer panic. People are just waiting for something that is coming. In Amhara, there is a pure stalemate, a pure stalemate, a pure deadlock. Military and Amhara government claim as if they have managed to weaken Fano, as if region is under their control, as if Fano are no more a threat to the federal government. And Fano fighters claim as if they are about to reach Addis Ababa, as if they are about to reach Bahidar. Neither of them is speaking the truth. The truth is that large parts of the Amhara region have been destabilized. Tens of thousands of schools have been closed. By road travel in Amhara is extremely risky. Human rights abuses ongoing. Humanitarian situation in several zones of Amhara alarming. Recruitment ongoing. Fano recruiting, militias recruiting, Ethiopian National Defense Force recruiting. Tourism declined considerably in Amhara and considerably in Tigray too. No large scale foreign investment is coming in the Amhara region. And no solution seems in sight. That is what I'm saying. Deadlock, stalemate, pure stalemate in the Amhara region. I don't know how to sum up. I mean, how will the situation in Amhara and Tigray improve? Especially in Amhara, where there is a stalemate. Either Fano will reach Addis and Abiy will be removed, or major Fano commanders will be killed. This is what uh, can happen to end the conflict. Otherwise, there is stalemate. And I don't think Fano is going to reach Addis Ababa. I don't think military is going to kill all Fano commanders. Neither of that will happen. In neighboring Tigray, I shared with you the overall panic. Two regions of Ethiopia are in the grips of tension and uncertainty. But ruling party leaders in Addis Ababa telling the world that Ethiopia is being transformed, that a new Ethiopia is being born, that Abiy-led government has transformed Ethiopia. This is what transformation is in Ethiopia. I don't know what will happen. To be honest, if you ask me what will happen in Amhara region in a month's time, I don't know. There's so much uncertainty. Same is the situation in Tigray. If you ask me what will happen in Tigray the next 30 days, really, I have no clue because there is so much uncertainty that no one really knows what is happening. Samael says, Fano lives on that cliff, they will throw ENDF down from there. Well, Samael, no one is going to be an absolute, clear cut, definite victor in the conflict in Amhara. You will see that. It will go on for years. Militarily, neither Fano nor military can reach a level where the other side is forced to make considerable concessions. It won't happen. Is there a fallout between Varade and Abi? Someone is asking. Well, some people say Varade is going to be removed from Tigray government. There is dispute between Varade and TPL. You're saying dispute between Varade and Abi. I don't know. Varade is saying that he will try his best to avert the war. This is what he's saying, but you cannot trust the words of this man. Varade stays in touch with everyone. He knows how to have good relations with TPLF, with maybe federal government too. Bishko says, don't expect that Fano can reach Finfine. Well, okay, Fano cannot reach Addis Ababa or Finfine, but can the government completely disband all Fano groups? 2 years have passed. Mosi says, you were wrong, TPLF war, you are wrong again about Fano. Be specific. Where am I wrong about Fano? Abel says, no government can disband Fano. It's evident their connection is deep. Yeah, that's what my point is. I think that even politicians, Amhara politicians, want armed Amhara group. They say that in Ethiopian politics, decisions cannot be made at the table, even if you are a politician. As a politician, you cannot make a decision at the table if you don't. You won't have any strength, any leverage at the table if you don't have an armed group. Oromia has Ola, Tigray has TDF, Amhara had no armed group. Even serious Amhara politicians believe that Fano is what Amharas need. And this is the type of thinking that politicians have. You can imagine what the future of politics is in Ethiopia. It means Fano has support of even serious Amhara people. It's not that Fano is supported by those who want fighting in the region, but even serious Amhara intellectuals and politicians, they believe that Fano is needed in the Amhara region. Drones don't work. Imagine sending $70,000 and 3 to 5 fanos. Well, Samael, drones are working, but uh, the effect of drones is on Fano's pace of advance. Drones have slowed down Fano's pace. Fanos cannot use vehicles. Whenever they start using vehicles, drones hit vehicles. Without vehicles, how much distance can a Fano group travel? So, on foot, this movement is ongoing. This movement will remain on foot. It will never be able to make use of vehicles, make use of tanks, make use of artillery pieces, make use of Z-23-2. It means the pace of the advance of Fano will always be slow. You cannot kill them all, but they are not in a position to take over entire Amhara. That is why I'm saying there is pure stalemate in the Amhara region. Did the drones help Syrian president? Well, as I said earlier, drones are definitely helping the government. Drones actually stopped Fano from turning guerrilla war into conventional war. But if you are expecting that drones will lead to complete disbandment of Fano, it won't happen. Drones are prolonging the conflict in the Amhara region. Drones won't be able to solve the issue. Mubarak PP is commenting about Pakistan as if I'm defending Pakistan. Why don't you make a YouTube channel about Pakistan? Let's see how many watch you. When will IDPs return? No one knows. I mean, again, on every issue about Tigray, there is uncertainty. Gitacho-led efforts failed. Gitacho now unwelcome. Demek Zadu, Shetadamlio don't want to see Gitacho in Volkayet. TPLF has clearly said IDPs won't return until dismantlement of government, Amhara government. This is the situation in Amhara, viewers, and Tigray. We'll talk more about it tomorrow. Thank you for joining the live chat. See you tomorrow.